Before async await, JavaScript developers drowned in callback hell and chained .then statements. The await keyword changed everything. The await keyword pauses the execution of your code until a promise resolves. When JavaScript encounters await, it doesn't block the entire thread. Instead, it suspends the function and lets other code run. Once the promise settles, execution resumes right where it left off. Think of it like hitting pause on a video player. The await keyword literally waits for the asynchronous operation to complete before moving to the next line. There's one critical rule. You can only use await inside an async function. If you try to use it in a regular function, JavaScript throws a syntax error. The exception is top-level await in ES modules, which lets you use await at the module's root level. But inside your code, you need that async keyword before your function declaration. Here's the magic. The await keyword unwraps the resolve value from the promise. Instead of calling .then and passing callbacks, you assign the result directly to a variable. Your asynchronous code reads exactly like synchronous code. No nesting, no chaining, no callback functions. Just clean, linear logic that's easy to read and maintain. For error handling, wrap your await calls in a try-catch block. If the promise rejects, the catch block handles the error. This gives you synchronous-style error handling for asynchronous operations. It's cleaner than .catch chains and keeps your error logic in one place. Remember, await pauses execution until a promise resolves, must live inside async functions, and unwraps values so your async code reads like sync code. Master this, and you'll write cleaner JavaScript. Practice with our interview simulator to nail your next technical interview. Want to get better at answering questions like this? With Interview Mentor, you practice real interview questions out loud. You get personalized feedback and a grade on every answer, and you can track your improvement over time.